Alaska evokes images of vast wilderness, breathtaking beauty, and unforgiving challenges, where people must face cutting winds and raging seas. In this harsh environment, crab fishing is not merely a way to earn a living, but a cultural tradition deeply rooted in the lives of local communities. Each dangerous voyage at sea reflects perseverance, resilience, and courage. Among the treasures of these icy waters, king crab and snow crabs stand out, not only as valuable economic resources that support thousands of families, but also as enduring symbols of strength, determination, and the unbreakable spirit of Alaskan fishermen. In the icy waters of Alaska, one of the most iconic and time-tested techniques for catching king crab and snow crab is the use of pot traps. Massive steel cages designed with both strength and ingenuity. At first glance, these traps may appear simple, but in reality, they embody decades of knowledge, experience, and refinement passed down through generations of fishermen. The structure of a pot trap is essential to its effectiveness. Each trap is built with a heavy-duty steel frame capable of withstanding the crushing pressures of the deep ocean and the relentless force of underwater currents. Covering this frame is a durable mesh, carefully measured to ensure that only crabs of legal size remain inside, while smaller ones can escape and continue to grow. The design also includes a clever one-way door system, which allows crabs to enter easily in pursuit of food, but makes it nearly impossible for them to find their way out. This thoughtful construction reflects not only efficiency, but also a philosophy of sustainability, ensuring that the resource is preserved for future generations. At the heart of every trap lies the bait system. Fishermen typically use oily fish such as herring, mackerel, or sardines, chopped into pieces and placed inside mesh bait bags fixed within the trap. As the scent spreads through the frigid seawater, it acts like an irresistible beacon to crabs hidden on the seabed. The art of baiting is more than just tossing fish scraps into a bag. Experienced fishermen know how to adjust the type of bait, its placement, and even its freshness depending on the season, water temperature, and target crab species. Subtle variations can make the difference between a trap bursting with life or one pulled up empty. Once prepared, the traps are loaded onto the deck of the vessel, stacked high like steel towers awaiting deployment. The process of setting the pots is a dangerous ballet between man and machine. Crew members, braving freezing winds and icy spray, work with precision to attach each trap to thick ropes and buoys before lowering them over the side of the ship. With the aid of hydraulic equipment, each pot plunges into the depths, where it will rest silently on the seabed. A single fishing expedition may deploy hundreds or even thousands of traps, scattered strategically across miles of ocean floor. The water temperatures here often drop below freezing, making both the environment and the work physically punishing. After hours, or sometimes days, of waiting, comes the most suspenseful part of the operation, hauling the traps back up. Using hydraulic winches, the crew slowly retrieves the ropes as the heavy pots rise from the darkness below. Each pull is filled with tension and anticipation. When the trap finally breaks the surface, the crew holds its breath. Will it be brimming with massive, bright red king crabs and gleaming snow crabs waving their claws in protest, or will it be disappointingly empty? These moments capture the essence of crab fishing, a gamble against nature, skill, and fate. The pot trap method is therefore much more than a mechanical process. It is a demonstration of human resilience, teamwork, and ingenuity in one of the most hostile environments on Earth. Every trap lowered into the icy depths represents hope, risk, and the unyielding determination of Alaskan fishermen to provide one of the ocean's most prized delicacies to the world. The fishermen of Alaska are often called the warriors of the ocean, a fitting description for men and women who dedicate their entire lives to one of the harshest and most dangerous professions on Earth. Their work is not simply a job, it is a way of life, a tradition passed down through generations and a daily battle against the unpredictable power of nature. Every journey begins long before the ship leaves the dock. Preparation is a matter of survival. Captains and crew spend hours studying weather forecasts, analysing storm patterns, and reviewing the latest oceanographic data. On the docks, tense meetings take place where seasoned captains share insights about crab migration, shifting tides, and dangerous undercurrents. Each decision, where to place the traps, when to set sail, how to respond to a changing forecast, carries life or death weight. For these fishermen, meticulous planning is not an option. It is a necessity. Once the ship departs and the endless ocean stretches in every direction, the true challenges begin. The risks they face are immense. Sudden storms can descend without warning, bringing hurricane-force winds and towering waves that threaten to capsize even the sturdiest vessels. The icy waters of the Bering Sea are unforgiving. Falling overboard can mean death within minutes. On deck, the work itself is brutally physical, handling heavy steel traps, operating hydraulic winches, and manoeuvring ropes under freezing spray where a single mistake can crush bones or drag a man into the sea. It is no exaggeration to say that crab fishing in Alaska ranks among the most dangerous jobs in the world. But it is not only the physical dangers that weigh on the crew, there is also the psychological strain of isolation, exhaustion, and constant vigilance. Weeks or even months away from family, coupled with relentless shifts that blur the line between day and night, test the endurance of every crew member. In the dark, frigid nights of the Arctic seas, when the wind howls and the deck shudders under the assault of crashing waves, fishermen must summon extraordinary mental strength to keep going. What keeps them alive and successful in such a hostile environment is not brute strength alone, but the combination of patience, inherited knowledge, teamwork, and a touch of luck. Experience passed down from fathers to sons, or from veteran mentors to young recruits, teaches them how to read the sea in ways that no instrument can. The rhythm of the waves, the smell of the wind, the subtle movements of water temperatures, all become signs that guide their decisions. This wisdom is reinforced by unshakable patience, for crab fishing often means waiting long hours or days without certainty of reward. Teamwork is the unspoken law of the sea. Every crew member's survival depends on the man beside him. Tasks must be performed with precision, and trust must be absolute. When pulling up traps or battling storms, there is no room for hesitation or ego, only coordinated effort. And yet, even with skill and discipline, success often depends on fortune. A lucky patch of crab on the sea floor, a storm that shifts direction at the last moment, or a trap that rises full instead of empty. To outsiders, it may seem madness to risk so much for a catch of crab, but for Alaskan fishermen, it is more than an occupation. It is identity, pride, and resilience forged in the face of danger. Each voyage tells a story of courage against nature's fury, and each successful haul is a testament to the human spirit's ability to endure, adapt, and thrive where most would falter. Crab fishing in Alaska is not only about survival, profit, or tradition, it is also about responsibility. The icy waters of the Bering Sea and the Gulf of Alaska are home to some of the world's most valuable crab species, including the majestic king crab and the delicate snow crab. To protect these resources and ensure that future generations can continue to benefit from them, Alaskan fishermen operate under one of the most rigorous conservation and sustainability systems in the global fishing industry. At the heart of this system is the principle of selective harvest. Fishermen are trained to keep only crabs that meet specific size requirements. Undersized crabs, which have not yet reached maturity, are carefully released back into the sea, giving them the chance to grow, reproduce, and contribute to the sustainability of the population. Similarly, female crabs carrying eggs are returned to the ocean unharmed. This practice ensures that reproduction continues naturally and that the crab population is not depleted by overfishing. Every trap pulled onto the deck is not only a test of luck, but also a test of discipline, as crews must sort quickly and accurately to separate legal catches from those that must be released. The design of the pot traps themselves reflects this conservation ethic. The mesh size of the trap is carefully regulated so that small or juvenile crabs can escape on their own. This prevents the wasteful capture of crabs that are not yet of marketable size and protects the long-term viability of crab stocks. It is a subtle but critical element of sustainable fishing, ensuring that the population remains healthy and balanced. Beyond the fishermen's own practices, government regulations play a vital role. The United States government, in collaboration with marine conservation organizations, has established strict rules regarding fishing seasons, the total number of traps permitted, and the legal size of crabs that can be kept. Fishing seasons are short and tightly controlled, sometimes lasting only a few weeks each year. By limiting the harvest window, regulators ensure that crab populations have sufficient time to recover and reproduce. Compliance with these regulations is enforced through regular inspections, catch reporting, and heavy penalties for violations. Modern technology also supports sustainability efforts. Advanced tracking systems, GPS monitoring, and onboard observers help ensure that quotas are respected and that illegal practices are minimized. These tools provide transparency, allowing regulators to monitor catches in real time and assess the health of crab populations. At the same time, data collected from fishing operations contribute to scientific research, creating a cycle of knowledge that helps refine conservation policies year after year. For Alaskan fishermen, sustainability is not just about following rules, it is about protecting their own future. They understand that without careful stewardship, the very resource that supports their families and communities could vanish. Thus, they embrace conservation as both a duty and a legacy. Each crab released back into the water represents not a loss, but an investment in tomorrow. Ultimately, the story of Alaskan crab fishing is not only one of courage and resilience, but also one of balance with nature. It demonstrates that economic livelihood and environmental responsibility can coexist, provided there is respect for the sea, adherence to science-based regulations, and a collective commitment to sustainability. In this way, Alaska stands as a global model, showing the world that even in the most dangerous profession, the future can be safeguarded through discipline, knowledge, and care. Modern technology has transformed crab fishing in Alaska, making it safer, more efficient, and more precise than ever before. Fishing vessels are now equipped with GPS navigation systems that allow crews to pinpoint the exact placement of their traps and ensure that none are lost in the vast, stormy waters. Advanced sonar equipment scans the seabed, giving captains a detailed map of underwater terrain where crabs are most likely to be found. Alongside this, instruments that measure water temperature and currents provide critical data, helping fishermen predict crab movements and avoid wasted effort in barren areas. These technological tools have greatly reduced risk and improved productivity. Crews can optimize their routes, track weather conditions in real time, and maximize the efficiency of every voyage. Yet, despite these advancements, traditional skills remain irreplaceable. Seasoned fishermen rely on instincts honed over decades, the ability to read the sea, to sense subtle changes in the current, to notice the smell of the water, or to detect shifts in the wind that no machine can measure. This blend of cutting-edge technology and timeless seafaring wisdom ensures that crab fishing remains not only a modern industry, but also an enduring craft, rooted in human resilience and experience. Alaskan crab fishing is far more than a local livelihood. It is a global industry that brings in hundreds of millions of dollars each year. Millions of king crabs and snow crabs are harvested annually, carefully processed, and shipped to markets around the world. From fine dining restaurants in Tokyo to seafood markets in New York, Alaskan crab has become a highly sought-after delicacy, admired for its sweet, tender meat and premium quality. This trade not only strengthens Alaska's economy, but also supports thousands of families, from fishermen on the boats to workers in processing plants and transport companies. For the state, crab fishing remains one of the pillars of its fishing industry, contributing significantly to both local revenue and international recognition. Beyond economics, crab fishing carries immense cultural value. For generations, Alaskan families have lived by the rhythm of the sea, passing down knowledge, techniques, and stories from fathers to sons, and now to daughters as well. Each voyage is not just about catching crab, it is about preserving a way of life deeply intertwined with the ocean. The traditions of teamwork, resilience, and respect for nature form the backbone of this profession and remain a source of identity and pride within fishing communities. Every plate of Alaskan crab served across the globe tells a story. Behind the gleaming shells and rich flavors lies the sweat, endurance, and sometimes even the blood of those who risk their lives in one of the world's most dangerous jobs. Thus, Alaskan crab is not simply food, it is a symbol of human perseverance, a cultural heritage, and a living connection between the harsh wilderness of the north and the tables of people worldwide. The story of Alaskan crab fishing is ultimately a human epic against nature, a timeless tale of perseverance, courage, and the deep respect required to live in harmony with the sea. environment where towering waves and freezing winds constantly remind people of their fragility, fishermen rise each day to face danger head-on. Their work embodies values that transcend age, culture, and geography. Resilience in the face of hardship, teamwork in moments of crisis, and a profound awareness that survival depends on balance with nature. For younger generations, this story is a powerful source of inspiration. It shows that true success is not found in shortcuts, but in commitment, sacrifice, and the willingness to take risks for something meaningful. The fishermen of Alaska represent the spirit of adventure, creativity, and determination, values that encourage young people to step beyond comfort zones, to innovate, and to forge their own unique paths even when the odds seem overwhelming. For older generations, the tale strikes a deeper emotional chord. It reflects the dignity of honest labour, the priceless lessons of perseverance, and the strength of working as one. Many seasoned individuals see themselves mirrored in these fishermen, people who have endured challenges, adapted to change, and relied on collaboration to achieve lasting results. In this way, crab fishing is more than an occupation. It is a metaphor for life itself. At its heart, this narrative also delivers an urgent environmental lesson. In a time of accelerating climate change and ecological strain, the practices of sustainable fishing highlight the necessity of respecting natural limits. By releasing undersized crabs and protecting females with eggs, Alaskan fishermen remind us that long-term prosperity can only be achieved when humanity works in partnership with the environment. The message is clear: economic growth and environmental responsibility are not opposing forces, but complementary goals. So the next time you enjoy a plate of Alaskan king crab, remember that it carries within it not only flavour but also the courage, sacrifice and wisdom of those who braved the sea to bring it to you. It is a reminder of what humanity can achieve when resilience meets respect for nature. If you found this story meaningful and inspiring, don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel for more epic stories of human courage, nature's beauty, and the timeless values that connect us all.